Hello there, and this is part 1 of a 3-part review of the Moto Hint. One of the first things that you'll notice is there are actually LED lights in the headset. They glow white whenever the device is charged, and they glow red when there is not much charge left on the device, less than a half hour. What I'm going to focus on in this first part of the review is the connectivity with other devices that aren't Motorola devices. The first device that I tried was the Nexus, and when you tap the headset, it brings up the good old-fashioned voice dialer and not Google Now. As far as the always listening feature, I've tried several ways to get it to work. Okay, Google. What's the weather like? Google will listen and respond through the headset, although I haven't found a way yet to be able to get Google to listen when I'm not in proximity of the device. That means it's the phone microphone picking up the audio and not the Hint itself. I then tried downloading a third-party app, Dragon, by Nuance from the store. Hello, Dragon. What's the weather like today? And after trying this, it works exceptionally well, and when you turn on the attentive listening mode, which is essentially like Moto Voice, it actually does work through the headset when it's not in proximity of the device, meaning that you can have the phone in a backpack or in another room and actually activate it. The next thing that I tried was using iOS and Siri to see if I could activate the voice assistant through the headset of the Moto Hint. I tried to use the Hey Siri feature when the device is plugged in, but it didn't work. However, if I pressed the button on the headset, what's the weather like? Siri actually does activate, and it reads quite well through the headset. This does not require you to be in proximity of the device since Siri is listening through the headset. It's just that whenever you have the device plugged in and try to use Hey Siri, if you are not in proximity of the device itself, Siri won't hear you and you have to press the button in order to get her to come up. My impressions so far with the Moto X have been extremely positive, and it works exceptionally well. I've run into a few hiccups here and there, and there's a couple things that kind of get to me. First, I've had a little bit of trouble using the Moto Hint with the Moto 360. If the screen is illuminated at all, the watch is listening and not the Moto Hint, so it won't respond to your always-on voice. I'm sure with a little bit more time with the device, I'll have a better idea of how the two work together and when they do and when they don't. However, another thing that kind of gets to me is that when you activate the always-on listening, the phone illuminates in your pocket. And if it's anywhere else but in your pocket, I'm sure that's fine. But whenever it's in your pocket, it's pretty easy to accidentally touch the screen, move a widget off the screen, move an app around, or even accidentally place a call to someone. Overall, my first few days with the device have been overwhelmingly positive. The sound quality is great, the audio quality is exceptional. Nobody really has a difficult time hearing me, and the charge, although they are correct with it lasting only 3 hours, isn't too much of a problem because when you place it in the charging case, it charges very quickly. I will have part 2 of the review after about another week of use, and shortly thereafter I will have a final third part, which is my final impressions of the device itself. And I'll also have a better idea on how it coexists with other wearables such as glass. Hopefully you found this first few days of use, review, and compatibility with other devices that aren't Motorola helpful, and I hope you look forward to my updated review and impressions in about a week. Thanks for watching. See you next time.